Hey all, Cypher and welcome back to another Dislyte video. So it's finally been over 24 hours. I've totally completed all the new content which came to the game with the newest patch. I've actually looked through a lot of changes that were implemented. So finally, I think I am now able to give a complete review or basically dissect what came with the patch. So yeah, keep in mind this video is going to be like a total breakup of the new patch. I already did a video regarding the patch notes which came with 3.1.7. Actually got a lot of traction on that video, so I think many people will actually synergizing with my views because I blatantly said that this patch will be probably the worst patch in Dislyte, and I think I got like 90% of it totally right. So before that, let's just go and I'll break this video into three parts. The first one is I'm gonna be starting with the good that came with the patch. Then there's gonna be the worst, I mean not the worst, the bad, right? The bad which came with the patch, and the ugliest which is basically, I think we all know what I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, this is stuff that Lilith needs to change ASAP, or the game will pretty much die or like bleed players for sure. It's already bleeding a lot of players, as far as you can see on social media and like different like Discord channels. A lot of players are angry, and I totally support that. There's a lot of stuff to be angry about, but yeah, first let's talk about the good that came with the patch. For example, the first good, which I think everybody can agree on, Wish Stones, I think is a good. It's a positive. Agreed that it takes a lot of summoning. It takes a lot of gold records to be able to get these Wish Stones. And they've taken out gold records actually from a lot of places. For example, the tournament shop, no more it doesn't give a single gold record. It used to give like 2. By the way, this Donner thing, man, holy shit, they totally pooped on us. Like earlier we all thought this was like 100 tournament points for this for like per 5 ripples of Donner, but then they like suddenly changed it to 1,000, which is like, this is blatant dog shit. Like, this is another thing which I'm gonna talk about later. Man, all I can see is bad, like literally. They took out gold records. No wait, they did not touch, I think, gold records from Cube. They took out 1 gold record, or maybe 2, I don't know, from the club shop, and the rest is pretty much the same. But to their kindness, they did add an extra gold record in the event shops. So I think it balanced out in a way, because they, like, earlier I think these were 3 gold records in the previous events, so they upped it to like 4 each. So I mean, that's their point of view of like balancing the gold records through events. Next up, they also took out a lot of Nexus crystals from the club tasks, so pretty much all the Nexus crystals are gone. Instead, they give you the shitty gold, which nobody wants, honestly. I mean, we all want gold, but like, what is 20 gold, man? Earlier, these tasks used to give like 20 each, and the big one, the weekly task, used to give like 50 Nexus crystals. Now, they did add like extra 50 Nexus crystals in the daily quests, so it kind of like evened out, but it did not really even out. But because, you know, club tasks, I think they still gave much more what you may say, Nexus crystals compared to that. They also took out the gold record. They took out the gold record from the club activeness points rewards, which is insane, bro. This is insane. So yeah, overall I think this is a hard nerf on gold records, and with gold records being the primary currency through which you can get these wish stones. Yeah, I mean, gold records is pretty important. Like, and they gave us these shitty elemental records, which nobody wants, because let me first say, I mean, many players are gonna like defend Lilith by saying, oh, but they did add these records, right? They did add these shitty element records. But the catch is, these records do not have pity, and even if you get like legendary heroes from these, which is very close to impossible because the rates are same, guess what? They're not gonna count towards your wish stones. So I would take gold records any day over these shitty elemental records. But you know, that's another topic to debate about. But we're talking about the positives, which is very hard to find, honestly. So wish stones is the first positive one, probably the biggest positive. The second one is of course the blitz. Honestly, I don't know why people complain that they needed like skip tickets or something, because this is essentially a skip ticket. So you can pretty much use them to like instantly clear stages. and all that. But like honestly, me personally, like clearing stages or like multi battles was never a problem with me. Maybe it was a problem for new players or people who had like generally low amounts of time to play the game. But for I think for players like me who dedicated like 1 or 2 hours every day, we did not have much time or much problem to spend our stamina. But you know, it's a good change. It's like it's a quality of life improvement, so no complaints. This is definitely good. And I think that's that's all. Like that's where the good ends. Actually, never mind. There's one more good. They added these extra Nexus crystals and gold records in the story. This is a permanent thing, so even if a new player comes in, he'll get all of this stuff. You know, provided that they like 3-star everything. Old players like us, who like after the update, if we had already cleared the stages, we got the rewards automatically, so we did not need to like 3-star the stages, which is good. And that's it. So that's it. So essentially, I think after like you clear all these stages on all the 3 difficulties, easy, hard, and purgatory, you get around like 5,100 Nexus crystals and like 36 gold records. So that roughly equates to like 60 gold records. I'm gonna say 60. It's less than 60 most likely, but I'm just gonna say that equates to 60 gold records. And well, that's it, right? I mean, if you take up these 50 gold records that all of us got after this update, I'll come to the point where I will just straight out say these 50 gold records, they're not really the good. I mean, in a way they are good, right? Because this is essentially a bribe. This is essentially a bribe by Lilith to distract us from the permanent damage that they've done to the game. Let's come to the bad now. All right, the bad is where it gets dark. I mean, it doesn't exactly get dark, but the light starts going out, right? So the bad thing, they pretty much jacked up the prices on experiments in the shop. So even if a blue experiment costs like 30,000 gold, which is fucking ridiculous. Earlier it used to cost like 10k. So they straight up like jacked the prices to 3 times, and which is insane. And the gold income is always depreciated. The negative again, they removed the gold records from here. I think we covered that in pretty much in detail. Next negative, the next bad thing, they literally where is it? Yeah, the point war is basically pretty much a tank clusterfuck. That's what I'm gonna call it. This is basically a tank clusterfuck. You need really good runes or relics to be able to deal with tank teams, with cleave teams, because your DPS just doesn't do that much damage anymore. Coupled with like the damage mitigation, like every team is running hides and sallies. So much damage reduction, mitigation. You even have ollie, so like you have to kill hide like 3 times, which is insane. And this is the meta defense, guys. This is pretty much the meta. Even me, I'm also having a pretty garbage defense, which I think nobody wants to face. This is my defense, literally. I mean, this has become a clusterfuck of tanks. That's all I can say. And okay, that's the second bad. Next up is gonna be the one I think which all players are extremely angry at Lilith. And keep in mind, like, this is not the first time that they've done this. This has been done before. They have shadow nerfed a lot of stuff, and I think this was a bit improvement, because usually the shadow nerf, this time they did not exactly shadow nerf, but they did hint that things were gonna change, and we all had to like pretty much guess how bad the changes were or how good the changes. I mean, to be fair, like from a community perspective, imagine if a developer says, "Oh, we're changing this ritual miracles for your own good. Games are gonna be shorter. The rewards are greater. You're gonna get a lot of summoning stuff." I mean, it sounds really good, you know, on the outside, and that's exactly what these developers did. That's exactly what the video in like the lead developer Chen was. She literally hoodwinked us. Like that's all I'm gonna say. She hoodwinked us totally. So ritual miracle, guys, if you do not know, if you're not a whale, if you're like a normal player who joined this game like 1 or 2 months ago, well, good luck on clearing ritual miracle. Good luck on farming relics in essence. because I've heard stories from players who like used to do Chronos 16, 15 pretty consistently, and they're not even able to do like Chronos 13, 14 at all. They're barely able to do like 12, that to like very slow runs, so the amount of time it takes is much more. Why? Why was it necessary? Why was it necessary? Excluding the whales, like whales have godly gear, godly, all heroes are like skilled up, max resonance, or like, you know, decently resonanced at least. Like me personally, I'm not a whale. I'm not even a dolphin. I just purchased like 2 monthly passes, and that's it. But to my advantage, I'm playing a lot. I'm playing from like the first day of open beta back in like September of last year. So I have a lot of heroes, a lot of time, a lot of relics to work with. New players, or like even players who like joined 1 or 2 months back, they do not have all these resources, man. They cannot entirely change their teams in like 1 second, in like one update. Like it doesn't work like that, Lilith. It does not work like that. And this is honestly, this is such a lazy design. Like if you wanted to like introduce new mechanics to your bosses, just simply add more stages, man. Like make it like 17, 18, 19 or something. Why do you need to rework the existing stages so players are forced to like farm shittier relics? And then it's just lazy content. They do not want to develop new stuff. They just try to hoodwink players. They try to scam players. I'm just gonna say they scam them, and by changing like the entire mechanics of these bosses. And to top it off, man, the cherry on top of the cake, guys, the Sonic Rifts. Oh, it's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be so easy to level up espers. I think that's what the lead developer says. Alright, so this is Purgatory Stage 12 of Sonic Rift. And this takes 15 stamina per run. Now, if BlueStacks will load this any day, alright, finally it loaded. I'll just show you how much experiments they give, man. How much exactly they give. And keep in mind, this was advertised or told to players, the greatest update ever. Like, this will change the game forever, right? It did change, man. It did change a lot of things, honestly. And I mean, out of all the things, the Sonic Rift is by far the biggest joke. Like, I could probably tolerate the Ritual Miracle changes. I mean, I wouldn't tolerate personally, but like maybe like very rarely, like if the community was positive about it, maybe I could tolerate it. But this Sonic Rift, like if you are literally white knighting these Sonic Rift changes, you are ill in the head, or you're like a paid shill for sure. By the developers, for sure you're a paid shill. This is the amount of stuff. This is the XP we get. This is literally the stuff we get in the Sonic Rift. Let's see guys. Now before the video, I emptied out all of my experiments. Let's just see how much is this. This cost 15 stamina, by the way. It's 15 stamina. Let's see. Where's if I can find any Esper. There he is, Emmett. I pulled him yesterday. He's pretty good. Let's see, guys. Oh, not even half. This is like 15% off a level. So you're telling me a 6-star Esper, who's at like 56th level, it will like I'm gonna be able to max out a single Esper, but like in 1 month or something. What is this, man? What is this shit? Like, is this supposed to be a joke? Because if it is supposed to be a joke, it's a pretty bad one. And if it's supposed to be real, the developers are smoking shit when they're building. Like, there's no way any developer, there's literally no way any developer who's like building this or making these changes, he has never play tested this. Like, there's no way, man. This is approved. This should not be legal in any game. Like, even the shittiest games that I play. Like, I remember I played Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, the new generation RPG of the future or something. I played that shit, and honestly, the quality of life and the dungeon experience was much better than Dislyte at the moment. So if I'm a new player, why the fuck would I even go and consider joining this game when leveling a single Esper takes ages? Like, this is extreme. This is bad not for just whales and new. This is bad for everybody, man. This is just garbage. This is literally a waste of stamina, man. So if they do not rework these changes, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, me for sure, I'm not gonna spend a single ton of money, a single like penny. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Like, this is unacceptable. These changes should be instantly reversed. Like there's no way this patch came into the live version when all of I think so many players raised their voices. Honestly, I don't see a lot of content creators raise their voices. I don't know why they're ignoring this. A lot of people need to make videos about these issues. I don't know if they're like shills or something, or they're white knighting the game, because there's no reason to white knight for this game. There literally is zero reason. I know it's a game we love, and I know it's a game we play like daily on a daily basis, but the way this is going, or this will go in the future, it will just prove harmful to the game as well as to the community, because people are just gonna bleed out. Remember this, like, never white knight for a company. Always stay with the community. Always raise the community sentiments. Do not try to white knight for companies, man. Please do not. At least, like, I don't know. I'm speaking for like the players I've talked to. Like, there may be like a bunch of like handful of players who think this update is like the best thing in the world, because it literally isn't. It literally isn't. Let me just come to the point. Like, the main point, I think the main point which many people are saying or defending is, oh bro, they gave out like 50 gold records. This is a one-time payment. Like, have you never taken bribes? I mean, hopefully you've not. Like me personally, I've taken. I'm pretty guilty of that. But this is literally a bribe. This is a bribe, bro. This is a bribe. They've given you 50 gold records. Do you know what they've taken away from you? Do you really know? Do you really want to know? They've taken away the club, the ripples, the Esper ripples, or whatever they're called, right? So you got like 10 fragments each week, of an Esper of your choice. So essentially, in 5 weeks, you were guaranteed to get a duplicate Esper of your own choice. And we're just getting this one-time shitty 50 gold records. So this is like half a legendary, and it's a random legendary. And they've taken away permanent legendaries, potential legendaries from us. So like, you see that Sally you want to R6, or maybe the Hyde you want to R2, or like maybe Gaius you want to R6. Well, good luck, bro. Good luck. That's basically it. And this is just after the resonance system. This update is when the resonance system came into effect. Good thing I still have this. I only have like one ripple up box. I'm just gonna save it. I'm just gonna save it as like proof how shitty this update was. And this is gonna be a relic of the past. Hopefully they do not delete everything like they did with the current update. Like, they literally took out everything. Like, all our Esperimons, everything is gone. They took out all my silver records as well. I had these like saved up for a lot of like, for like potential grind time. They took out element wave boosters. No more double element farming. They took out XP boosters. They took out relic bonuses. Like, what? Like, this is not a good thing, bro. You're taking up resources from the community. You even took out a 2-star material for no fucking reason, bro. like they literally deleted these guys from the game. And the sad part is, and this is the ugly part, this is just the bottom. This is just the what should I say? This is only the surface of like what they could potentially do in the future. If we do not raise our voices now, if we do not say stuff right now, they could just do these type of shitty changes anytime they want, because it's guaranteed that they do not care about the player base. They do not do surveys. They do not ask the content creators. They do not do like public community surveys that they used to do, like in the past, like 7 or 8 months ago. They just make up these shitty changes anytime they want, and they're pretty much toying with us, man. At this point, like, it's not even funny. Like, let's be serious, man. Like, this update is the worst thing. And if they get away with this, if there's no repercussions after this update, I don't think they will ever stop. I don't think they'll change, honestly. So let me know how your own personal view was of this update. That's my own take of this. Probably I'm still gonna be making videos for players, but honestly, my attention for the game has gone down a lot after the update, like, especially after the Experimon and Ritual Miracle shit. Like, why are you making content way harder than it used to be? Like, there's no real reason to do that. There's literally no reason to do that. Well, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're staying till the last, please do subscribe if you like the content, and do share some of your own views with me. I really want to see how people think of this update. So yeah, that was it. Hope you guys have a great day ahead. Peace out.